It's Independent Bookstore Day. Yeah. So today I'm hitting 5 bookstores in Little Rock for the Rock Cities book crawl. I want to at least get one thing from each store, so that's what I'm gonna do. I have my cash, I have my spirit, and I have a lot of jazz. I have a little bit of a late start, but it's gonna be real fun. First stop in North Little Rock is the bookstore. Thank you. So I've been to 2 bookstores so far. Very successful, very busy. That's why I have not updated yet. I went to the bookstore, then I went to Beautywood Books. Where's my passport? My passport, I mean my Rock City passport. I have 2 stamps, and I'm currently at Paper Hearts, and then I'll probably go to whichever one's closer next, WordsWorth or Pyramid. But I've got some great books to haul. I couldn't decide at the bookstore. I got more than I anticipated. I got Winter Rose, a cute little fantasy book. Look at that cover. It was $3.50. And then Redwall. I started reading this not too long ago, and I do really want to finish it to complete my rat lore. And then I got a little sticker book. Lastly, one I've never heard of, The Charmed Sphere. I mean, she looks like a baddie. Then at Beautywood, I got The Gentle Art of Tramping by Stephen Graham. It was, oh, there goes the receipt. It really reminds me of what I talk about when I talk about running by Haruki Murakami. So if it's anything like that. I've been really wanting to reread a lot of the Beatrix Potter stories, and look what I found. It's not her stories, but it's her. It's a biography, Beatrix Potter, A Life in Nature by Linda Lear. Look at that beautiful copy. And now we're going into Paper Hearts. didn't end up getting anything from Paper Hearts except for a cute little sticker, because I just couldn't decide which book to get, so I just got a sticker. Okay, next stop, I think Pyramid? No, Wordsworth. You'll see. Okay, apparently Pyramid Books was super close, so that's where we are.
They have cute little balloons.
Okay, y'all won't believe what just happened. I met this wonderful lady named Phyllis, not Joyce, at Pyramid Books, and she's doing a little poetry quiz. She's like, you want to do this trivia? I went, okay. And I won a little book of poetry. This book of poems. This is so exciting. It's a National Book Award finalist. There was also someone making cards, and I got to talk to her, and ooh, Paula. She's making cards, and I got a little card from my mom for Mother's Day. Spoilers, Mom. Now I'm off to the last store, Wordsworth, and then I'm gonna get some lunch and do some reading. I can explain, but I actually can't explain right now because I need to get ready to go to a Shakespeare ball, and I'll do a little book haul later. Hello little bugs. So I know I just basically did a humongous book haul. To be fair, that was all the books I bought last year. This week was Independent Bookstore Day, so what am I supposed to do? And I just want to show you everything I got. Here is the pamphlet, Rock City's book crawl, and it's an adorable little map where you go to each one and you get a stamp. After you visited, you don't have to buy anything, but you do need to visit and get the stamp there. On one side of the Arkansas River are Beautywood Books and the bookstore, or the Wonderful Bookstore. And on the other side are the Little Rock bookstores, which are Paper Hearts, Pyramid, and WordsWorth. And as you can see, I visited all 5. I want to mention that my friend who I work with, Bookstagrammer, Katie Can Read, she also attended the event with one of her friends. Here's a little clip of me getting some of her books in shot. Spoiler, but go to her Instagram at Katie Can Read and you can see her little vlog and all the books that she got. So first stop of the day, I went to the bookstore. The first book I got is called The Charmed Sphere by Catherine Asaro. I have never heard of this, but I saw it in their fantasy section and I thought the cover was really beautiful. Reminds me a lot of how Juliette Marillier's mass market paperbacks look, like Daughter of the Forest. What was the use of being a powerful mage if you couldn't learn the spells? So it looks like the main character, Chime, used to be the most impressive mage in the kingdom, the most promising mage in the land. And she had a lot of potential and a lot of people were hyping her up for this position that she was in and how much promise she had. But then someone named Iris, and I have an Iris who's watching, hello Iris, but then a young competitor named Iris just comes out of nowhere and seems to be besting Chime in skill, which completely rocks Chime's world because she was, you know, the best and the brightest for many moons. She's unable to learn the spells and her magic, and all this potential that she thought she had and everyone else thought she had is just being flushed down the drain. Then she meets the king's cousin, Lord Moeller, who is also kind of set adrift in his purpose and feels like he's not living up to his potential. When the neighboring kingdom threatens war, Moeller and Chime start working together to uncover the plot. Both were flawed, yet unwilling to accept a lesser destiny than they had once known. And this quest that they go on is a way for them to earn redemption in the kingdom's eyes, but I'm sure that things are not going to go quite as planned. Another one that I will quickly talk about is Redwall by Brian Jacques. I have started reading Redwall. I started reading it last year, but I just wasn't quite in the mood for it. I was enjoying it. I think I just got distracted by something else. I'm sure many of you have read this when you were a child. I unfortunately missed it. Weirdly enough, I discovered Redwall not through the book community, but through the Magic the Gathering community. When we started dating, Taylor showed me how to play Magic the Gathering and showed me all of his little trading cards, and I thought it was so fun. And this set came out last year, the Bloomborough set, which is just a realm full of animals, and that's that. All the planeswalkers are animals, and the main character is a mouse who looks weirdly like Mrs. Brisby. So I was wondering where they got the inspiration from. I looked it up. People were saying that it was Redwall inspired, and I can really see the parallels now. In the very cozy town of Mossflower Wood, Clooney the Rat, also called Clooney the Scourge, is wanting to conquer Redwall, and I need to get back into that, but you know, no time. Next book is a Patricia A. McKillop book. I have a couple of other books from hers that I've thrifted over the years because they look so beautiful. That's how I discovered Juliette Marillier, was by thrifting a book that looked beautiful. This is called Winter Rose. Look at that beautiful snowy owl. And this copy is just, it reminds me so much of Wildwood Dancing's cover. The main character, Corbett Lynn, has returned to his family estate, and the lore in the family is that his grandfather was murdered by his own son, and there is a wicked curse bestowed upon the abbey. When his grandfather was dying, he murdered he muttered the last words that were a curse. In the woods surrounding Lynn Hall, which is the old family estate, there is a free-spirited spirit, Roy Malore, which I believe is this lady on the cover, and obsessed with his secret past. I'm missing one. Oh, I forgot it was this one because this is not technically a book. It's another sticker book. This is the Forest Fairies and Fungi sticker book. I got it for a nice little discount, and there are only a few stickers missing because this is a used book. And look at that guy. Yeah. Yep. There's snails, there's fungi, there's birds. Best for last, there's fairies. once I am out of this god-awful semester, we'll have more time to do some journaling and relaxing. At least that's what I'm hoping. I'm planning. I've been eaten up and spit out this semester, so haven't had a lot of time to frolic. The next bookstore that I went to was Beautywood Books. It's a very cozy, cute little store in Argenta, and I got 2 books from this place. The first is The Gentle Art of Tramping by Stephen Graham. This is a gorgeous copy. It looks like they formatted it to where it looks like the writings of Stephen Graham. I wonder when this came out. Oh, the copyright is 1926, but this edition was published by Bloomsbury in 2019. So this has been, I guess, rediscovered. The Gentle Art of Tramping is as relevant now as then. Tramping is an approach to nature, to humankind, to nations, to beauty, to life itself. I'm tickled by this. So I found this beautiful biography of Beatrix Potter called Life in Nature by Linda Lear. And I mean, look at that cover. I really don't know anything about her, but she obviously loved nature and animals, and it has a bunch of pictures showing her and her artwork. And I'm sure it tells a lot about where she lived and her inspirations. As a visionary landowner, successful farmer, and sheep breeder, she was able to preserve the landscape that had inspired her art. Oh, that's so nice. I did get a sticker from Beautywood. There were a lot of pop-ups. I had coffee at a coffee stand, and there was also a pop-up from Sammy's Bookshelf. She gave me a free bookmark, and I chatted with her a little bit. She is opening up a new bookstore in Little Rock over on Rodney Parham. You will see Sammy's Bookshop soon, and I'm excited for the new bookstore as always. Here it is, Beautywood Books. I did not end up buying any books from Paper Hearts because I was trying to focus more on just getting used books. And then that completely went out the window when I went to WordsWorth, spoiler. So I should have just bought something anyway. But I got overwhelmed. I couldn't choose. I really just couldn't choose. There were so many good options. And so I just picked out a sticker I liked, totally booked, and went on my merry way. I then stopped by Pyramid Books and Custom Framing. I've never actually been there before. They had an artist set up there. I think her name is Paula. Yes, Paula stuff. She makes her own cards, and she said she imports the fabrics and textiles from South Africa. I'm going to give this to someone very special. I did not purchase a book from Pyramid, but I did win one. Dear Phyllis had a table of poetry books, and she was doing poetry trivia. And if you got the poetry trivia correct, you got a free book. Guess what? I got a free book. So I got to pick out this collection of poems. This first poem just immediately grabbed my attention. I am unfinished business. And then I went to my last stop of the day, which was WordsWorth Books in Hillcrest. They had a really fun little scavenger hunt where you went around the store and found book titles that matched the prompt. A book title that has a Z in it, and a book by multiple authors, a book with only stars on the cover. I completed that quite quickly and got to pick out an arc from their shelf. This arc is called Unrooted by Aaron Zimmerman, Botany, Motherhood, and the Fight to Save an Old Science. So this book really fits into my plants, nature, nonfiction sort of vibe I have going on. And then here's where I started going a little crazy. I ended up buying 3 brand new hardcovers. I told myself I was not going to do that. I also got this sticker, Rock City's Book Crawl. Don't know where I got this from. I started wandering around, I picked up lots of books, and as you're watching, you can see me sitting down and looking through things, putting things back up. I couldn't decide, and I was like, I'm not going to purchase many dollars worth of brand new books I have not read. And well, look where we are. The damage started happening when I saw this baby. Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. We all know her. I'm sure all of you love her. Please don't spoil it. It is my next read. I have been in a humongous reading slump. I have not read for all of the month of April, and I started lagging at the end of what's before April, March. It's been bad. It's been bad. I've only listened to half a book this month. I mainly blame school, but you know, that's what you do when you go back to school, right? And I'm hoping this cures me of my book depression. It will not make my final project suddenly disappear, but maybe it can lessen the pain. Because I know Haymitch experiences a lot of pain in this book. No spoilers, I just know he does. And maybe I'll just feel a little bit better about myself. So reading vlog, I hope to have up for this soon, because I've had a bunch of just book hauly videos and I want to have actual reading videos. This is another prequel novel for the Hunger Games that centers on the 50th Hunger Games, the second quarter quell, that Haymitch wins. And I do remember how, was it in Catching Fire, where we learn how Haymitch won his Hunger Games? I won't say, but I don't have any other context, and I've been dying for this story for years. I was just gonna wait until my hold came in from the library. Well, when it's independent bookstore day, it's like, why don't I just buy it here? Because I know I'm gonna love this one. I know I will, and if I don't, I'll be really heartbroken. And then the damage just kept getting worse. I was like, okay, I have one brand new hardcover in my hands, and we all know how much those cost these days. And I saw this little number sitting on the fantasy shelves, and I went, oh, look at that beautiful mermaid on the cover. What's it called? Oh, Upon a Starlit Tide? Who's this author? Kell Woods? Hold up. Juliette Marillier. What was that? A magnificent blend of reimagined fairy tale and epic adventure, so exactly my type, anchored by excellent research and buoyed by brilliant writing. This was an instant buy. It's mermaids, anchored in research. It's a reimagined fairy tale? It's perfect. It's perfect. And not just that, before I even saw who blurbed it, what? Just the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. Set in Brittany, France. So, yeah, another brand new hardcover. And by this time I was a little, delirious. When I saw these sprayed edges on this book with that cover, this embossed cover, I couldn't say no. I had no strength left to tell myself no. And so I didn't. Would you say no to this book? Would you say no to those birds? Juliette Marillier specifically mentioned Thornhedge by Teen Kim Fisher, which I have read and I thought it was super cute, super good. It was a retelling of Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, Sleeping Beauty retelling. This is just another book that's been stamped with approval by my favorite author. What is a girl supposed to do? At the end of the day, I've done a lot more damage than I set out to do. I mean, I didn't buy a book from every place, but I did buy 3 really expensive books all from the same place. This is my haul. I hope you all had a wonderful independent bookstore day and supported a lot of local authors and stores and got to have fun with your friends and get to post about it and have so much fun. So I'm Darby, thank you for watching, and I'll see you, little bugs, in the next one. Thank you.